Hello, 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 and happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today's been a struggle. I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling today. Okay, so today what we are going to work on is we are going to work on our ancient Egypt map activity. I'm going to do, I want my soda can. I am going to do most of it with you, but the supplies that you are going to need is you are going to need this paper that says Ancient Egypt 3100 to 31 BC, front and back. And then also you're going to need your map packet. And what could be a little confusing is our next one, oh, see, we already did Mesopotamia. So our next one is going to say Ancient Egypt, but that's not the one we're doing. Okay, it looks like this. You're gonna go to the one behind that, the one that looks like this, and it says Egypt at the bottom. So this is the one you're going to need, all right? You're also gonna need pencils and colored pencils. So if you need to pause the video and get all that, that is what you're going to need. Like I said, we're gonna do most of it together. So let me share my screen with you. Oh, I gotta close my email, that always pops up. Close window. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's share screen. Okay, so this is what we need. This is a page we need. And then also you need your blank map copy, which looks like this. So first thing you're gonna do, I don't have it here, but first thing you're gonna do is you're going to do your name at the top and then the date, and there is a space for it. So for me, I would put Miss Morris, and then today's date, which is for you guys is gonna be 1/7/21. All right, so please, first thing you do, put your name and the date. All right, so I am going to literally be following the directions step by step by step. But first, I want to kind of go over a little bit of background information. So as it says on here, I'll go back here, right up there. The geography is an area important in determining how a civilization will function. Before we begin to discuss Egypt, we must discover its geographic characteristics. So you're going to follow the directions. Well, here's the thing with ancient Egypt. It wasn't on accident that they settled along the Nile. That wasn't on accident. This is after the point where we were, kind of hunting and gathering. They were tired of hunting and gathering. As I said, it was probably the women who were like, this is stupid. Why do we keep walking around and not just having the spot to hang out? So eventually it's like, you know what, if we stay in one spot, we can grow food. We don't have to worry about starving to death. And we can also have animals. But they needed to be smart or strategic where they decided to live. So for example, if they decided to live in the middle of the desert where there was no water, they're not going to last very long. So again, it wasn't on accident that they chose the Nile River. And I forgot to have this up, but we basically have 4 river civilizations. And I talked to you guys about this before. There's 4. We already talked about Mesopotamia. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, so we have Mesopotamia. Of course, that won't get bigger because I need it to be bigger. There we go, kind of. Okay, so these are the 4 river civilizations. Mesopotamia, we talked about that first. That started around 3500, and it was along the Tigris and Euphrates. Tigris and Euphrates were kind of angry rivers, though. It was hard for Mesopotamia to control them, and sometimes it would like flood and kill people. It was not a very happy rivers. What we're going to be talking about is Egypt. It was along the Nile River. We're going to see in a minute, Egypt, the Nile was easy, so easy. Like it was, I mean, it was just easy peasy. fresh and squeezy. Next, we're going to talk about the Indus Valley, which is the Indus River. And then we will talk about China, which has the Yellow River. So I just want to go over those really quickly. So we're going to watch a few minutes of, where is he? No, here we go. So a couple minutes of John Green.
Approaching history through the lens of resource distribution and geography. And just as the violent and capricious Tigris and Euphrates.
So again, he's kind of starting. I started it a little because we'd already watched it. Again, they chose the river because they could grow lots of crops. They could then have extra crops. They could distribute them. They could sell them. They could trade them. They had lots of opportunities.
These rivers shaped the worldview of early Mesopotamians. The Nile shaped the worldview of the Egyptians. Let's go to the thought bubble. The Nile was regular, navigable, and benign, making for one of the safest and richest agricultural areas in the world. Each summer, the river flooded the fields at precisely the right time, leaving behind nutrient-rich silt for planting season. Planting was so easy that Egyptians just tossed seeds around the silty earth and then let their cattle or pigs walk on it to press the seeds into the ground. And then boom, grain and figs and wheat and pomegranates and melons and joy. Unlike most river valley civilizations, Egyptian communities existed only along the Nile, which was navigable enough to get valuable resources downstream, from timber to gold, which the Egyptians considered the divine metal, thereby introducing an idea that would eventually culminate in Mr. T. The Nile was also easily tamed. While other river valley civilizations needed complicated and labor-intensive hydraulic engineering projects to irrigate crops, the Nile was so chill that Egyptians could use a simple form of water management called basin irrigation, in which farmers used floodwaters to fill earthen basins and canals for irrigation. In short, the awesomeness of the Nile meant Egyptians could create big food surpluses with relatively little work, allowing time and energy for some pretty impressive projects. Also, the Nile may help explain ancient Egypt's general optimism. While ancient Sumerian religion, for instance, saw the afterlife as this gloomy, dark place, Egyptians were often buried with things that were useful and pleasurable to them in life, because the afterlife was seen as a continuation of this life, which, at least if you lived along the Nile, wasn't half bad. Thanks, Thought Bubble. And now, my dear pupils, I shall terrorize you with the oppression of dates. No.
Okay. So that, again, Nile was easy. It was easy to grow crops. It was easy to travel. It was easy to transport goods. It was very, 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 oh, good. It was very easy for them. One more, let's see, we already talked about that. We already talked about that. I just want to make sure. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I think that's the only thing I need to go over before we start. Yes, that's all I need to go over before we start. So I am going to be following the directions on this, and I'm going to do most of it with you. All right, so let's go back to our page. So remember, spelling and neatness count. Label everything before shading and check off each item after adding it to your map. All right, so number 1 says you need to add a compass rose with cardinal and intermediate directions in the lower left-hand corner. So I'm going to cheat on this. You have to draw. I actually drew mine on my map. If you can see, it is right there, but because that's going to be hard to draw, I'm just going to quickly Actually, I'm going to put 8-point compass rose. I need to change this. This is all teeny tiny. Oh, it's fine. Okay, 8-point compass rose. Images. I don't know, it's on video. You need 8-point. Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to use this one. This one works. Although I don't really like how it has the little bubbles. All right, we'll use that one. That one seems lovely. So you obviously have to draw it. I already drew mine, but because it's really hard to draw on Active Inspire on the computer. So it says here, it has to go in the lower left-hand corner. So if we have our map over here, I'm just going to post it somewhere like this. So remember, 8 points. So we have our northeast, southwest, northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. So Then what you can do is when we are done with that, you can take your pencil and you can cross it off. So number 2 says label the following bodies of water in black colored pencil and then color blue. So here is my suggestion. Do it all in pencil first and then go over it with black colored pencil. So how do we find these? And this is why I'm doing it with you. So basically what I do, and you're gonna get better at this as you do it, all right? But basically I just start out by going ancient Egypt rivers map, all right? And then let's see, again, some things are Google are lovely. This is one of them, all right? So let's go in here. Let's just look and see what we find. Taking forever and a day. All right, so you don't know where you're gonna find information. So you have to, I just continued with email. You just have to check out the websites. Of course, this isn't gonna work. Poop. But I can see right here already, I got the number 1, the Nile River. I see right here, this is the Nile River. So if I go back to my little map thing, I'm going to type because it's easier. So the Nile River is this right here. So I'm gonna kind of turn this. Okay, can we turn this please, sir? Okay, wait, maybe if I do this. Yes, okay, so now I can turn it. So the Nile River is going to be right here. So what you're going to color blue when you do this is this whole thing right here. So like if I'm going to take a blue colored pencil, I'm not going to be very good at this. Can I touch on this? Oh, I can't. So let's see if I can do it. Oh, let's try to go do it this way. So I know that's not perfect because I'm on here, but that's what you're going to color. That's what you're going to trace blue for the Nile River. All right. And then we can go back to here and let's cross it off. Next one is the Mediterranean Sea. If we go back, I know Miss Morris, blah, blah, blahs. Mediterranean Sea is right up there. So we're going to go back to our mappity map and we're going to type. We're going to type in here. We're going to make sure we are spelling correctly. We are doing normal capitals, not weird capitals. All righty. Lily, can you go see what Miss Bell wants? So, Mediterranean Sea. And again, when we color, I'm not going to be able to color this whole thing because we're in here, but the Mediterranean Sea, when you color it, it is going to, you're going to like draw in here. This is all the Mediterranean Sea. These little things are land. So when I color in here, so when I color this, you guys are obviously going to color it nicer, not like I'm doing it. You're going to color all this in blue. All right. Obviously much better than I just did that there. All right. All right, so Mediterranean Sea is done. Mediterranean Sea is done. So let's go back to our, let's cross it off. I got our text. All right, next one, number 3, Dead Sea. Let's see, I think we saw that here. If not, we'll skip that one and come back to it because I don't see that on here. So let's go, if we can skip that one and go to another one. Red Sea, I'm pretty sure I saw that. We should know it because Mesopotamia, I don't know if you guys know, it's kind of right over here. This is where Mesopotamia is. And remember, Mesopotamia was along the Red Sea as well. So the Red Sea, we're gonna put in our little area right here. This is the Red Sea. That is the Red Sea. So I'm going to turn it Oops, yeah, we can do that, that's fine. But I need to move Red Sea. Let's move you over here. I'm gonna put it right here. And then again, when you go to color, and again, please make sure you're not doing any weird capitals. You're gonna color, you're gonna outline it in blue. And so it had these little weird lines right here. And then when you color, let's see if I can get a different color. You're gonna color all of this, all right? All of that. So Red Sea, done, check, check, double check. So the reason why I'm doing this one with you together is because it can be confusing. Because, and I know it's not on here, at the bottom, right before you leave Egypt and go into Sudan, which is right here, the Nile River breaks apart. It actually becomes two rivers. And so let's see if I can find, of course, I'm gonna have a hard time finding a map that shows that. It has a really good map in our social studies books, but you guys can't see our social studies books. So I'm gonna put, it's called the White Nile. Here we go. So you're gonna see just after we get into Sudan, the Nile River, I know it's kind of hard to see right here, the Nile River splits up. And can you see on this one? Yeah, so actually after it gets into Sudan, it splits up and this side becomes the White Nile and this side becomes the Blue Nile. So I just wanna make sure that you're aware of that. So when we go back here, we're gonna type. So right here, this side is the White Nile. And then over here is the Blue Nile. I'm gonna move it. The Blue Nile is right here. And then you don't have to color anything there because we've already have it outlined right here. All right, so let's go back. Let's mark it off. We got the White Nile, we got the Blue Nile. So now I know we're having a hard time finding the Dead Sea. So I'm gonna go up on my map. I'm gonna say ancient Egypt. I'm gonna put map and I'm gonna put Dead Sea to see if I can actually get a map that specifically shows me where it is. Most time you can just put in like ancient Egypt map, but for some reason it's not showing me the Dead Sea. So I have to go in and look. Kind of hard to see. Get it? See, Dead Sea, huh? Get it? Yeah, I amused myself. Oh, there's someone who did it, but it doesn't look like, oh, yeah, look, but that's a student did it. So I'm gonna just triple check because if they're wrong and I copy it and Miss Morris yells at me, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Oh, look, there it is. So that student was right. So this little like circle-y thing on our map right there actually is the Dead Sea. So that student was correct. And before you be like, oh, Miss Morris, just copy the rest of that. Nothing else on here we need, all right? We don't have to do anything else. Well, there's like two things, but. All right, so Dead Sea is, oh, see, it's kind of hard to see right there. Dead Sea. So the Dead Sea is right there. So when you go in, this one's gonna be kind of hard. When you go in to color it, I'm gonna try to do this with my hand. It's gonna be like that. All right, it's pretty small. And that's the Dead Sea. All right, and as I recall, that is all our C's. So before you move on, if you need to pause this, pause it, make sure everything is labeled, Mediterranean Sea, the Dead Sea, the Nile River, the Red Sea, the White Nile, and the Blue Nile. And these have to be colored nicely, all right? Nicely. An example, it's in black and white, but notice my Mediterranean Sea, it's all colored in. It is not colored like, I have my colored pencils here. I have an extra one. Where's my blue? Where's my blue? Yeah, it is not like this. That I'm not going to accept, okay? That is not what it should look like. And I will be highly, highly annoyed if you give me one that looks like that. So if you need to pause, make sure all your rivers are done, everything's colored, and then unpause because we're gonna move on to the next section. Okay, Section number 3, label the following geographic locations in black colored pencil. Make sure to color the deserts yellow. Okay, so now we know we're looking for deserts. And also it says any words that are in all capital letters need to be written in all capital letters. It's amazing. I make these directions. You guys are like, she said it, but she probably don't mean it. She said it, but she regret it. Okay, so I'm going to put ancient Egypt map, and then I'm going to put deserts. See what we can come up with. Okay, let's just look on the first one. What do we got here? I see Western Desert, Nubian Desert, Eastern Desert. Which ones do we need? I forgot. Let's go back and look. We need the Sahara Desert, the Nubian Desert, the Western Desert. So that has the Nubian Desert and the Western Desert. So should we put those in? So let's see. Nubian Desert is down here. It looks like because you'll notice notice the little weird shape thing right there. Does this have more? Does this have more? Oh, well, let's just go to the original one we had. Let's see if we can just make it bigger. Okay, so we needed to do the Western Desert. And so that looks like it's over here. So we're gonna add that. Let's do a little, put it right here. The Western Desert. And then I'll show you how I like to label the deserts because it says we have to color them yellow. But we got our Western Desert done. Our Nubian Desert, let's see where that is. Nubian Desert, I saw, where was that? I thought we saw that. No, okay. Western Desert, okay. So it doesn't look like that's gonna be much more help. So let's see, oh no, see there's the Nubian Desert down there. So let's go back to our little map. Nubian Desert looks like right here. So I'm gonna put it right here. There's our Nubian Desert. And again, I'll show you what I want that to look like when we color it. So Nubian Desert, let's cross it out. So now we need to find the Sahara Desert in Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt. So let's just check out some maps. What do we see? Oh, look, Lower Egypt. Let's check on this little mappy map. Looks like we have Lower Egypt. Are they going to show us Upper Egypt? Lower Egypt. Lower Egypt. Any other good maps here? Oh, Upper Egypt. So it looks like Lower Egypt is on top and Upper Egypt is on bottom, which is interesting to me. You would think up would be up, but it's not. So it's opposite. All right, so let's go back. So we have, here we go. We're going to do Lower Egypt here. And notice it's all capital. So Lower Egypt is right here. And it's going to be a little squished. And, you know, if you need to like maybe I'll move this. I don't know. Lower Egypt's there. And then Upper Egypt is going to be, or no, yeah, Upper Egypt is up here or down here. Okay, so the only desert we have to find is the Sahara Desert. That's the only one we have to find. So we got Lower Egypt, we got Upper Egypt, so now we just need to do the Sahara Desert. So again, I am going to specifically search Sahara Desert. And hopefully it will bring me up a map that has the Sahara Desert. Oh, look, right there. Wow, that is big. Look at that. It is all the way across the, here's another one. It is all the way across. Like basically all of the, looks like all of the deserts are part of the Sahara Desert. Anyway, so Sahara Desert doesn't look like it could really be a wrong spot. It's kind of everywhere, but we're gonna stick it right here. We're just gonna put Sahara Desert. All right, so go back, got them all. So let's check it off. But remember, we have to color our deserts in yellow. So this is what I do. So I'm gonna show you on, I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. this is what I do. Where's the one I was working on earlier? I had one earlier I was working on. Anyway. Okay, so what I do is, we're gonna stop sharing for a minute. For my deserts, like my Western desert, what I do is I write it and then I do little like dashes around it. For me, that means river. And then I just take a yellow pencil and I just kind of trace it with yellow. I'll show you just a second. And then so it kind of looks like this. So I just color those or mark them and then color. So it kind of shows that this is the deserty area. Same thing with the Nubian desert. So when you're done, it's going to look something like that. So that's how I would color the deserts. That's just me. Okie dokie. All right, let's start share. Let's go back. All right, so when you are ready, pause it. Make sure you have all the deserts done. And again, maybe then you're gonna do some little dashes like I just showed you to just indicate that you're telling me that you understand this is a desert. So like these two kind of merge into each other, and then we know the Sahara Desert is like this big desert. So maybe I'm just going to go something like this. Okay, something like that. All right, where's our other desert? Here's our other desert. So maybe something like this. And when you need to, pause it and make sure you have it all copied down. And then when you're done, unpause it because we're going to move on to the next section. All right. All right, next section. Or should I do a little song break? All right, perfect. All right, next. What do we have next? Our number 4, using a small purple dot as a symbol. Find and label the following Egyptian cities in black colored pencil. Okay, so let's go find a map. Let's search ancient Egyptian map, and we're gonna put cities. Let's see what comes up, just to see. This looks like a good one. Let's see if we can find some of the ones we need. Oh, look, family game for all. Okay, so looks like there's quite a few. So the first city we have to find, if I look on our paper, is Alexandria. And I see Alexandria right there. So remember when I go to this, I'm going to be using, it says a purple dot. So I'm going to do that actually, get my purple. And Alexandria looks like it's right. Is that going to be too big? No, that's not bad. Alexandria is going to be right there. And then we're going to label it. And this is going to look a little messy on mine just because I'm writing bigger than I normally would because I want you guys to be able to see it. But Alexandria, we're going to put right there. Okay. And then let's cross it off. Next one is Giza. Do I see Giza on our map? Oh, I do. Right there. Right there. There's Giza. Let's put it on a map. We got it. We're going. We're good. So Giza looks like it is right about, sorry, I'm looking at the map I printed out. Okay, it looks like it's right about there is going to be Giza. All right, and then let's type. I'm going to just type and then move it over there. So Giza looks like it is right about, Giza's right. Uh-oh, what's going on there, friend? Just need you to move over here. Okay, so Giza looks like it's right about there. Oh, you know what we should do? We should bring it forward so we can see it. Is that forward? No. Okay, let's see if we can get this to go backwards. And of course it's not working. Why is it not coming forward so we can see it? Oh, well, anyway, you get the point. Okay, so there's Giza. Next one. Next one is Memphis. I'm not like Memphis where Elvis is, guys. This is Memphis in Egypt. So let's check our map. If we see where Memphis is. Oh, look, sorry, it's all big. Memphis is right below Giza. So like I said, mine's getting a little crowded. Yours will not look quite so crowded. So Giza's gonna, or Memphis is going to be like right below. So let's type it up. Memphis. Oops. All right, and I'm gonna kind of put this, I'm gonna try to twist it a little bit. So we'll put Memphis right there. So trying to do it so you can see it. Again, yours will not look as messy because this is like one of my final copies, and you notice it does not look as messy because you have more of an area to work on than I do. So please do not make yours super messy like mine. All right, next one is Thebes and Napata. Let's see if we can find two. Thebes and Napata. Do I see those? I don't see those. They were going to talk and they changed their mind. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, look, there's Thebes. I found Thebes. So Thebes is right here. So kind of connected to this river, it looks like. It's in Upper Egypt. So Thebes is going to be right.
Excuse the interruption. We will be conducting or having our faculty meeting in the cafeteria beginning at 1:30. Again, we'll be having our faculty meeting at 1:30 in the lunchroom. Following the faculty meeting, you'll have some team time as well. Thank you.
Okay, look, it's like you're in school. All right, so Thebes is right there. Let's cross it off. Thebes. Look, I gotta hurry, I'm running out of time. Napata and I don't see those on there. So let's go back and see. I'm just gonna look and see, what are we looking for? We're looking for, oh, there's Thebes right there. Thebes looks like it's all the way at the bottom. But I'm not loving that map. Wow, this one has a lot. There's, oh, there's Napata. Maybe this one will help be better. Maybe that one will be better. What do we think? Okay, well, there's Napata. So let's go in here. It's kind of where that little like swooshy thing goes. Where the little like swooshy thing right there. So here is Napata. Let's type it up. N-A-P-A-T-A. Okay, there's Napata right there. And then our last one, we're just gonna do this because we're running out of time, actually, because I looked it up earlier. And you can look, like I said, we would go in and just find Google Map, Ancient Egypt map, and then search up Meroe. But I'm gonna cheat since we're running out of time because I looked it up a little while ago. All right, so Meroe. So now I believe, and again, yours will not look this messy, okay? I promise you, it better not look this messy. I'm just don't have as much room as you guys. So, done. So number 5, using 2 small red lines as a symbol, find and label the following locations in black colored pencil. First cataract, second cataract, third cataract, fourth cataract. Ms. Moss, what's a cataract? What's a cataract? Well, I actually have never been really sure about that. So I Googled it. A cataract is basically a waterfall in a large river. Oh, I went bye-bye. A cataract is a waterfall in a large river. So for example, this is a little video of what the first cataract looks like. So it's a smooth river, and then you go into this waterfall river. Dramatic music, cue the dramatic music. So there's 4 of these in the Nile River.
Flowing from 200 miles. Yeah.
So kind of crazy, huh? Kind of crazy. So we want to search, I'm going to search ancient Egypt, Nile, cataracts. These I think will be fairly easy to find. Let's do cataracts map. I should put map in. So let's just click and see what we got going on here. Which one's going to be the most helpful? Like right away, I don't see any. Oh, wait. I don't love that one. It's hard to see. No, I don't know what's going on here. It's hard to see. And I'm opening up a lot of tabs. Looks like this is a textbook. Doesn't look like a picture of the cataracts. Oh, look, red cataracts. Oh, look, red cataracts. Look, perfect. That doesn't show very many though. That's annoying. That's annoying. So if we look at this one, let's see if we can make this bigger. And that's the thing about research. I think you guys are like, I didn't find it on the first one. You usually don't. You usually have to search. Notice I'm having to search. So this is locations of our 4 cataracts. Cataract 1, cataract 2, cataract 3, cataract 4. There's actually more, but I'm just gonna have you do the 4. So the first one is right below Luxor. Do we have to do Luxor? No. So our first cataract, we did not have to do Luxor. Our first cataract is actually fairly down, and you have to do 2 red dots, and that's why I'm helping you with it. Our first cataract is about, I'm looking at my notes, it's about right here. And how did we say we were going to label those? Oh, label. So you actually have to put first cataract. So let me label them. And then the second one is right here. And again, I am getting these from my map, all right? But I'm helping you guys out. So you, third one is about right here. That'd be kind of cool to have waterfalls in a river, wouldn't it? And then the fourth one is about right here. Oh, right by Napata. So the only thing you have left to do is, let's type. We have first cataract, and you're gonna put it, so you have to label all 4, right? So if we have first cataract is gonna be right there. And again, it's looking very, very messy. Yours should not look this messy. All right, and I want you to label all of them. So we have second, I'm trying to do this. Second cataract, and then I want you guys to do the third one, label third one right there, label fourth one right there. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys can do that on your own. So after you're done with that, number 6 says put a title on your map. Literally just put ancient Egypt map. It's not that difficult. Put your name in the upper left-hand corner. So upper left-hand corner is going to be over here. Look, it's a lovely space. Oh, see, I put my name in the wrong spot, but anyway. And, oh, make a legend, all right? So that's gonna be super easy, all right? Literally, your legend is gonna look something like this. I'm gonna do it messy so I can just type, but literally you're gonna do something like, oops, that needs to be in black, sorry. But literally you're gonna do something that says like, and it doesn't have to be this big, I'm just doing it because it's hard to write. And then we'll do purple. We know that is our city. We know 2 red lines are cataract. We know, what else do we have on there? Oh, blue for water. And then what else? Oh, desert. Desert. I think that's all we have to have on our legend. All right, that's it. So your map should look something like this. Oh my gosh, was it not sharing my screen on all of that? I'm gonna cry if it wasn't sharing screen. All right, I may end up having to redo this. If I do, I'm gonna have to cry. I'm gonna go back and check it, but hopefully not. And this is what yours should look like at the end, all nice and neat, except yours needs to be colored. Okie dokie, artichokes. Okie dokie. Deuces. Make good choices, be good people. I'm gonna have to redo this, I bet. I'm gonna cry. All right, bye.